The famous French traveller Louis de Grandpré described this city in 1803 as not only the handsomest town in Asia, but one of the finest in the world. Yet, British poet Rudyard Kipling called her the city of dreadful night. She has seen it all: imperial splendour, humiliation, bloodshed and famine. With a colourful history from being the world's most powerful city outside London to Mother Teresa's haven for the poor and destitute, she and her people are scarred, but stand proud, having weathered many storms.
You're probably going to be able to tell where I am by the noise. And this is, of course, an Indian city, and by far one of my most favourite places on planet Earth. The place where I was born. Welcome to Calcutta.
Wherever I am in the world, I always return to this magnificent East Indian city. Although off the beaten track, and with the old, somewhat battered ambassador taxis in abundance, Calcutta adds an important dimension to India's story. Whether you want to immerse yourself in the unique culture of Bengal and her people, or discover a passionate city built to serve an empire, Calcutta has it all, and this place still fascinates me. And some of you may be thinking, what a colonialist. I'm not. But we cannot ignore the fact that this much loved city would not have existed in all its glory without British rule. The 20th century has been tough on Calcutta, both politically and economically. On the international stage, the former capital of British India has taken a relentless battering with a very negative press. Authors and journalists had effectively written off the handsomest town. But by coming here year after year, I can tell you that Calcutta's very unique vibe, though not everyone's cup of tea, is totally addictive. The Republic of India is divided into 29 states and 7 union territories. Calcutta is tucked away in the east and is the principal city within the state of West Bengal. 1.3 billion people live in India, 14 million of which are based in Calcutta. On August 15, 2017, India marked 70 years since the end of the British Raj. Over the years, India has made efforts to draw a line under that chapter. City names, roads and buildings have had their British names replaced with Indian ones. To be honest, I'm not sure that's the best use of the country's finances. Bombay is now Mumbai, and Madras is Chennai. Even Calcutta is now officially Kolkata, spelt with a K, and its local pronunciation, but I still refer to its original name. It sounds more grand. Britain's Queen Victoria, who reigned across the empire from 1837 to 1901, keeps a watchful eye on the city. Unlike India's other major cities, Calcutta was created and established by the British. What I find totally amazing and almost slightly audacious
is that this woman here, Queen Victoria, is looking over the city. She proclaimed herself Empress of India, but not once did she ever visit Calcutta. Only Queen Victoria could do that.
When Queen Victoria died, India's Viceroy of the day, Lord George Curzon, commissioned a building that, in his words, would be stately, spacious, monumental and grand, to which every newcomer in Calcutta will turn to, which all the resident population, European and native, will flock, where all the classes will learn the lessons of history and see revived before their eyes the marvels of the past. Wow, that's quite a vision. This colossal monument to British rule took 16 years to complete and was opened in 1921 by the then Prince of Wales. Ironically, Lord Curzon was no longer the Viceroy and Calcutta was no longer the capital of British India. Chief designer Sir William Emerson used a mixture of British, Islamic and Egyptian architecture. Marble, similar to that used to build the Taj Mahal nearly 300 years earlier, was also brought into Calcutta. I just wonder, was Viceroy Curzon trying to compete with the architects of the Mughal emperors who ruled India long before the British arrived? Maybe he was trying to create a British Taj Mahal, who knows? The Queen Victoria Memorial is one of the city's most recognised landmarks and a major tourist attraction. While there are dozens of grand buildings designed and built by the British across India, Calcutta's Victoria Memorial definitely stands out. As Great Britain continues to struggle with her exit from the European Union, many would say that her presence on the international stage has significantly diminished. But here, right now in the heart of this sweltering city, I am reminded of that bygone era when Britannia really did rule the waves, when British kings and queens ruled India, and when Imperial Calcutta was at the height of its powers. And finally, just look at those mighty lions protecting the monument to British rule. Not even they could halt the tide of nationalism that was sweeping the nation. Just a quarter of a century after the memorial was opened, the British would quit India. The 200-year-old British Empire in India had come to a crushing end. Next time on The Handsomest Town, we take a look at the white-bearded son from Calcutta, whose music and poetry have left an indelible mark on the city. This man, though not a politician, single-handedly shook the British Empire in a way that nobody had dared to before. Nearly 80 years after his death, he is still very much a part of Calcutta's fabric. Look out for episode 2 of The Handsomest Town on the RDG Productions YouTube channel. Stay tuned, subscribe and thank you for watching The Handsomest Town.